Alright, I am itching to destroy some quads and to get a pretty crazy bicep pump. So, hopefully today it is not too busy at the gym, so we don't have to wait too long or we don't have to modify too much of our workout. But we'll see. We'll take whatever we get and we'll do whatever's available. So we shall see. And just like how I was saying, it was already getting warm, and it was pretty warm yesterday. Man, now it's hella cold. It's been hella cold all day today, which kind of sucks because it takes just a little bit longer to warm up. But usually we try to stretch and everything a little bit before we head out the house. Also before I take the pre-workout, just so for sure I take the pre-workout maybe 20-25 minutes before. And this time around, I am going to remember to take that new route to the gym because I think it's faster actually. I think I for sure cut through some traffic on the way to the gym, which is pretty nice. So it's maybe a bit of a blessing in disguise that they started having a bunch of traffic or construction on the other side where we would usually come from. I was taking a look at some YouTube videos yesterday, man. Sometimes I feel like I need to get off of YouTube sometimes because I'd be doom scrolling, and man, I start watching a bunch of local stuff like Tofia Chu and Ash Trevino and all that stuff. It's like man, it is so crazy to see it. It's like just the whole rabbit hole, and it's just sometimes be happening in the background while I'm editing or I'm eating something. I think in general, I just like commentary channels. They're pretty entertaining. Just having some folks like just talk and review like content and stuff. I think that's it's pretty entertaining. So I think I spend a lot of time watching commentary channels, and then workout videos as well, because I sometimes like to see other people train, and it honestly it motivates me every time I see someone going hard at the gym, or I see a video where someone's going pretty hard and everything. It motivates me to go hard at the gym the next day and everything. So just find things that kind of motivate you a little bit, and with me it's watching some of those videos and just getting pumped up. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm ready for tomorrow. And so what better motivator than to see other people go hard. There's already I've been seeing a good amount of folks at the gym too who are getting fairly strong for sure. I've seen them do some crazy well in the hack squat and everything too, which is nice. I've seen so many other people go pretty hard. It's not the same as if, let's say, you go to a private gym, because I feel like private gym for sure have a little bit more of a more niche, more narrowed down members, rather than just such a broad type of members as a public gym, for example. So you'll see for sure some freaks at private gyms for sure. There's this one that I want to go check out called The Lab. That's maybe, I think 35 or maybe 45 minutes away from me. And man, I've seen some videos of some folks in there, and they look insane. So I think being around stuff like that here and there would for sure motivate me a lot more. And not that I need other people to motivate me or anything like that, because you have to really find that motivation within yourself, but it gives you that extra push. And I feel like everyone needs that extra push here and there. There could be times where you can be doubting yourself, you can be doubting yourself or whatever, and then you kind of take a look at a video and motivate you, and then you're like, you know what, nah, I'm gonna go hard next time. And so that's pretty nice to see. And what better access than to have the internet? You know, you have access to countless amount of content that can help you. You know, if it comes to baking or whatever, if it comes to even learning whatever it is, math, anything. And I've been using YouTube to help me since I was in high school. I was doing like Khan Academy, and I was having folks teach me certain math problems and everything when I was taking math classes back in my high school. It was for sure a really helpful tool, honestly. When it comes to anything, YouTube just has such a broad number of videos, and man, you can find anything nowadays, which is awesome. And you can even find them in short form now too. So sometimes you can look something up and then you can just go in the short section, boom, you'll have it explained to you almost in a faster way. Because I know some folks don't want to watch like a really long video, or sometimes they don't have time. So that's just kind of a trick I like to use. That's what I was using when I was trying to learn the camera as much as possible. When I was kind of playing around with it the first month or month and a half, I was watching a bunch of YouTube videos. I kind of had to watch long form and in short form, because sometimes if you don't understand it like really in depth, mostly when it comes to cameras, I feel like you can get lost so easy. So I had to watch like long form videos so I can actually grasp how to use a camera. And then once I kind of get an idea, I started watching shorts, so that way I don't have to like rewatch the same material again and again. I can actually just kind of get like a more like summaries, I would say. Thankfully, we're not catching too many red lights today to the gym. We're catching yellows, so that's good. It's not too bad. Not too bad. We're also going at a good time. We're kind of beating a little bit of the evening crowd. People usually start coming in around, I say like 4:30 usually is when folks have a little bit more time. And so we typically try to go just a tiny bit earlier than that so we can beat that. Hopefully. And then I think at some point we'll probably start going just a tiny bit earlier, just so we can even make it a lot easier for us too. But we'll have to see. We have to really schedule things up and make sure. You know how I was talking about how I was supposed to take a certain route? I got too busy talking that I lost track of time, or not track of time, but I lost track of the road or the street that I was supposed to take, and I'm already at it, and I'm at the left side instead of the right side. So hopefully this turns green before cars behind me start coming in, and I can just move over to the right. That would work out the best. And it worked out. It worked out. We don't have to go through the other side. We did it. Thankfully, there wasn't too many people behind us, so we were able to cross over. There's a little bit of traffic going over there though, but it's not that bad. I swear, it seems like it's so much faster for some reason. Okay, but today we're doing Smith machine. Jasmine's already on the way over there, I think. So we'll see if we end up meeting her there, if I end up getting the Smith machine first, if we get lucky, or if she picks it up before that. Hopefully she gets there first because she's a little bit closer, and then I can just go in there, warm up a little bit, and then we can do our working sets. And then we're gonna do I'm thinking some type of leg press. We'll see, and then some leg extensions, like usual. We'll probably still stick to the 7 to 8, or honestly, I want to say 6 to 8 rep range for quads. Having pretty good, just because a lot of the times, a lot of our sets are really, really close to failure, if not failure. So I think that's been the sweet spot where I'm actually fully recovering, which is nice. Which is nice. We're about maybe 10 minutes away from the gym. We're gonna find some parking. Hopefully it's not too bad. I really hope the weather becomes a little bit more consistent, so that way I don't have to I don't have to guess what to wear the next day or something. I can just already have it down. But it is getting super close to Korean barbecue this Saturday, and I'm hella excited. So that's probably gonna be our only meal that day. And then Jasmine also brought us a really small carrot cake because her coworker has been working on a bit of a recipe, and so she gave Jasmine some, and we're gonna get to try it this Saturday. That's gonna be our dessert. It's really small. It's kind of like a cupcake size, even smaller a little bit, I would say, but it's so good. And so it's kind of been a trial run for her, and so she wants to kind of make the recipe a little bit better. So we're going to be a little bit of her guinea pigs. But I won't be going too crazy. I'll most likely be taking little bites here and there because, like I mentioned, we're going to make sure we're sticking to a consistent bulk that's not too crazy. We don't want to go overboard. We want to stay at we want to maintain, basically. We don't want to go too overboard. So we're just gonna take little bites here and there, and then just so we can also try it, but don't have the whole thing, so that way we don't go too crazy. But for the one that she did bring me yesterday, we're for sure having that whole thing, just because it's pretty small and it looks pretty good. It's a bit of a treat as well, and I won't be having it too often. It's a really it would be nice to walk by this lake where our gym is by, but it is so cold right now. It is so cold. We used to walk around here all the time because it was just so nice. This one time Jasmine and I went running because we were getting into I think it's even before we started going to the gym close to us where we used to live. We would walk, or we started to kind of think about going on little runs here at this lake, but we ended up going that first day. Jasmine was not a big fan of it. She was not a big fan, and it was a complete fail for both of us. So we ended up just not doing it because it was painful. The lake is also pretty big, so I don't know what we're thinking. It was just like, I think we're just taking on a big challenge right away instead of really thinking it through. Even though I really like running, I really like cardio, Jasmine doesn't like it as much, and so she wasn't as she didn't want to didn't want to feel like she was holding me back by going slower than me. But I also want to, be next to her and kind of just like do our thing, kind of like run at a steady pace. But we were just kind of at different levels, so she wasn't enjoying it as much. So we kind of just ended up maybe just doing walks and things like that, so that way it's a little bit more manageable. And it's pretty good. And then here and there I would kind of go on little runs until I started getting shin splints. If you guys are into running of any sort or anything like that, what can sometimes happen if you're a runner or whatever, you can get shin splints, which are these like really like painful, I guess you would almost call it knots on the front of your shin that hurt a bunch. And so sometimes that can happen to me, mostly when I was running and I was going on runs around the lake and in different little parts of the neighborhood here when I was kind of first trying to get into working out and everything. And then I stopped and I moved to steady pace cardio. Now I'm just kind of doing walks, and honestly they've been working really well. It's been really nice to see these slight changes that I made and how beneficial they've become, which is nice. I think that's one of the reasons too that I was able to maintain this bulk a little bit better, because I was also doing steady pace cardio instead of going too crazy right away. Because sometimes when you're doing a You can want to do a bunch of cardio while it's good, and it can be a tool. Some people can sometimes overwork it, and they can be doing some damage that they don't want to do. So I think steady pace cardio is the move. Anyways, let's go ahead and find some parking so then we can head into the gym. Let's see what we start off with. All right, let's go ahead and let's do our first working set, which is going to be 245s and a 10 on each side. We're going to try to get as many as we can. And then depending on how fast this one moves, we either stay at this weight or we move down. We'll see. We usually take off our shoes because it just feels a little bit better. But because these shoes are really, I feel like they feel pretty formed to my foot already. Or like, I think I got the right size. So I don't feel like I need to take off my shoes. These should be pretty good. Let's just try to go as hard as we can on this. Jasmine is going to be our spot here. So if we die, we blame her. All right. One more. If it looks like it's going down, just help me. Come on. Oh, okay. That's pretty good. And my holy shit. My legs started shaking crazy at the end of that. But we got five. That was a solid ass five, man. Let's go ahead and I think we're gonna drop down to five on the next one and try to hit anywhere from maybe 6 to 8 reps for 245s and a five on each side for the last two sets. Let's go ahead and start our second set. I was able to find my magnet for my t-shirts and for my mic because I lost it yesterday when I was doing that little row machine. And so I couldn't find it all day yesterday. And I was like, damn, I left it at the gym. So then I went to go check right now and it was stuck. It was stuck to the machine. But we ended up getting it back. I still don't know where the other one went because we had two. Like similar to this one, the other one also got stuck somewhere. I just don't remember where. And we lost that one. I was already thinking that I was going to have to go on Amazon or something and just order some new ones. But we got lucky. So we ended up dropping down to 245s and a five. Let's see how this goes. We're gonna try to aim from anywhere from 6 to 8 reps. But man, my legs were already hella shaky on that last set, and it's barely our first one. All right. Luckily we have Jasmine here. Let's just spot us. But like I mentioned, if I die, blame Jasmine. I I told them that if I die, to blame you.
She said she's gonna delete this footage. So guys, all right, let's do it. I already know this shit's gonna be hard. So I'm uh, I'm gonna take a 10-second to 15-second break and and pause at this bad boy because man, those 4 reps were hard as hell. But after this small 10 to 15-second break, I'm gonna try to hit it for another hopefully 2 to 3. We'll see. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, I'm gonna go for maybe 2 or 3 more, almost, and then just hopefully we'll see. We'll see if I get it. I'm not sure. That's pretty good. I think on this last one, I'm gonna move down a little bit just so it can be a consistent set and not a pause set. I think I'm gonna just do 2 plates, and that should be pretty good. You know what? Maybe 2 plates and a 1.55. I think that's or 1.25, just so I can add just an extra little bit amount of weight, but just so it's not just 2 plates. So we'll see. Just like I mentioned, we're gonna be using this mat board right here. If it shows, let's just so focus on it. This little 1.25 to this 2 plates, because why not? It's not gonna make the craziest amount of difference, but I mean, we'll see. We're gonna try to hit this bad boy for a solid, hopefully 6 to 8. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and let's do our second exercise. I was about to say second set, but I think I'm just so out of it from not being able to breathe properly from those Smith machine squats. But we're gonna hit this one for 2 sets, and then we're gonna move over to some leg extensions. Hopefully we can get access to them afterwards, because it's getting a little busy at the gym right now. So we'll see. We shall see. But what I usually like to do is I just sit this all the way to the bottom so I can get the most quad flexion at the bottom. And then I sit my feet as low as possible, as close together as possible. And we get a solid contraction with that, honestly. Let's see how many we can get with 310. And then either move down or stick to the same weight. We'll see. All right, that's it. I think I'm gonna drop down a little bit. So I can get deeper on the next one, but I was here for what it was. Okay, let's go ahead and let's do our last set of these. It's it was getting a little bit packed, but it's actually not too bad right now. It's not as packed, so we're gonna probably finish up pretty quick today because we don't have to wait for so many machines. But we're gonna do this one for one more. Instead of doing a 310, we're probably just gonna do 300, so that way we can go just a tiny bit lower for sure, just to guarantee, and then try to get as many as we can. Hope it doesn't slip on my finger or something, you know? That's gonna be behind you, just letting you know, okay? No, just I know your hair. Let's do it. I did say 300. What am I doing? Fuck. Oh my god. We're gonna for sure drop. Oh my god. This is 260. What these drops at? Try to hit for maybe hopefully 4 to 5 more. Oh my god, that felt crazy heavy. Oh, right there. It was like an accident outside, I think. One more. Come on. That was good. Let's do some leg extensions now. And let's do this last exercise for quads. What we're gonna do is we're gonna end up using this so we can get a little bit more quad flexion at the end. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it here. And so it's gonna give us a more push at the bottom. And I saw this advertisement. I don't know how I got it right. I saw someone using some mats yesterday. And then I check on Instagram, and the next thing you know, I get like an advertisement for that exact product that would work well for leg extension. So, bro, I don't know. It's not that they were hearing me talk about it because I wasn't talking about it. It's just that it's just like Instagram knew. I don't know how. I don't know how. But we're gonna go ahead and try it and do a little bit of a makeshift with this little type of bench extension. So we'll see how that feels. Let's actually move down our knee sleeves. There we go. That's better. That way it doesn't hurt our knees so much. Or our shins. Six. Ah, nice. Okay. That actually worked pretty well. We're gonna actually do one more just like that. But in between that, I think that I'm gonna be doing some either some adductors if it opens up or some calves. We'll see. But that felt pretty good. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's do our first set of biceps. We're gonna end up doing these type of preacher curls or kind of more of an isolation more than like a free weight. So we're gonna probably do one hand at the same time, not two, because remember I did mention that I was going to start doing um more what's it called, more single arm stuff. So just that way I can avoid any muscle imbalances and things like that. But let me make sure that it is on me and not on something else. All right, let's go ahead and start off with our left and then match our right with our left. See how heavy this is. Okay. We already got 6. Let's get 6 on this end. And then we're gonna move down just a tiny bit. Alright. Nice. That was pretty good. Let's see how it's looking. Let's let's do 2 more just like that, but we're gonna end up dropping a little bit of weight. Let's go ahead and let's do the second set. We're still gonna start off with our left and then just match our right with our left hand. These are feeling pretty good, honestly. So we're gonna stick here for 2, and then we're gonna end up moving to another type of curl. Most likely the other one's gonna be kind of behind the body. And then for the last one, we'll do maybe just some type of single arm work. Maybe just a regular curl. We'll see what's available. Let's do the second one though. Let's go crazy. What is that?
I know it's been like traveling a little bit, and then I started to go to. I know it's only because by usually the time when I do get out, parking is like shit over here, and so you know.
Okay, let's go ahead and let's do our right arm. We were talking to a homie that we haven't seen in a minute, so we took a little bit of time. But let's finish off this right, and then we're gonna do one more set after this. Yes. Okay, let's do one more. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and let's do this third set. Okay, there you go. Let's start with our left, and then let's move on to our right matchup. Okay, let's go ahead and do the next one. Let's go ahead and move on to the second set. What we're gonna end up doing is we are going to do, I'm thinking 2 to 3 sets of these. I'm thinking maybe 3 sets, and then on the last one we'll see what we do. But this should be pretty good. Let's start off with our lift and then match that afterwards. Let's see how this goes. Nice. Okay. We got 9 on this hand. Let's get 9 on this hand. All right. Let's do 2 more just like that. Let's go ahead and move the angle of this because it looks a little dark here for some reason. All right, you can see. Okay. Let's match it. Let's get 7 on this side. Monday? Okay. I'm gonna for sure drop it down. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this last set of these. And then I'm thinking for the last one, we'll either do some, I think we'll just do some regular dumbbell curls. Nothing too crazy. Should be good. But we're going to hit these for hopefully a solid, hopefully 8. But I moved down a little bit to 20 instead of 22.5. So hopefully you can get a few more reps in with this. And I usually like to not grip it fully and I kind of hoop it so that way I can take away my forearms from the movement. And that typically eliminates them and I don't get no forearm pump or anything. It's mostly all bicep, which is nice. All right, so I'm on 3 before I lose count. 4, 5, 6. All right, that was 8. Let's get 8 on this side too. Oh my God. Okay. That, man, I'm tired. We got one more. I think we're gonna stick to 7 sets instead of 8. I think that'll be pretty good. Let's go ahead and do our last one so then we can move over to some form work. I'm most likely not going to record that just because the video is already pretty long in itself. And you know, we're just gonna be doing a lot of these, a lot of these. You don't really need to see that. So we're gonna do this one. I'm thinking a little bit behind the back, and we're gonna do a single arm just to kind of finish it off. It's gonna be our 7th set, and I think we should be pretty good with 7. Hopefully, we get a little spot downstairs so we can do a little bit of a post down, but we'll see. We shall see. We still got to do some forearm work. We're probably gonna do 3 to 4 sets, and then go home. We gotta stop by. We gotta stop by Safeway because we couldn't find the sugar-free chocolate Jello yesterday, so that kind of sucked. But we're gonna stick to 20. Okay. We got it for that. Let's get it for this. Nice. Might as well do some extra ones. Why not? Nice. Okay. We got through quads. We got through biceps, and our AirPods are dying sadly. So let's go ahead and let's finish up this workout pretty fast before I have to hear this gym music for the next 20 minutes. I'm thinking we're gonna start off with some forward curls like this. Do 3 of those, and then 3 of what I like to do is set it up here, and then I kind of just bring it down like this. That's usually what it consists of. And we're gonna do probably 3 sets of each. All right. I won't record that though. I'll see you guys in the post down. Nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and go home. I need to stop by Safeway. Maybe we'll stop by today. Maybe we won't, because we still gotta stop by Costco on Saturday. So I might or might not. I might just save it for maybe on Saturday when I go to Costco and pick up some things that I need, because we're already running out of oikos. And then I think the last time we went, Jasmine wanted me to get her some dates, and I completely forgot. So we got to go and pick some up, pick up some oikos, and then just pick up some other things that we need. Anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow for some chest, triceps, and hamstrings.